All right, you guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out with the Green team, and we're hanging out right now on a timely topic. It's the Zillow Trulia merger and what it might mean to you. So I've got some friends here in the Greenhouse group hanging out, and let's kick this off with Sam. Sam, what say you about this merger?
Well, I'm going to kind of play devil's advocate here and say that Zillow's plan is to cut out the real estate agent altogether. Now, Zillow and Trulia had a combined views on their sites of 68 million just in June last month. So that equates to almost over 70% of all website traffic to any real estate site out there. So I believe their ultimate plan is to use that power to create their advertising to make agents buy their space on their site, which will ultimately have the agents paying for their own demise. So that's kind of my take. I believe their ultimate goal is to cut out the agents altogether and kind of create a world where they join the buyer and seller and kind of take their own commission out of that.
Scandalous way to kick off the party. Okay, so Sam's got a doom and gloom take. Jared, why don't you weigh in from the financing side?
So I have two quick takes. The first is this reminds me of LegalZoom. I suspect that lawyers all around the country were crapping their drawers when they heard that there was going to be some website where people would just do their own law. But we all know that when your butt and your money is on the line, you're going to hire a pro. The other thing is that this reminds me right now that real estate agents typically introduce people to the financiers. So, you know, hey, go see my mortgage guy. But if clients are now finding the homes and starting their searches online and then potentially just not even associating with real estate agents till they get serious, they may end up, as they should be, meeting with finance guys first. That might flip the whole script in terms of real estate agents now courting mortgage guys for relationships because they know they're going to have the introductions. Wouldn't that be fun, Dave?
Yeah, I would like that. 68 million, is that what I heard, Sam? Well, that reminds me, Zillow is to the real estate what McDonald's is to nutrition. Millions have eaten there, but that doesn't mean it's good for you. Garbage in, garbage out for now. People in the know that Zillow is mostly full of raw data. It's shiny and colorful. It's got lots of charts and graphs, but I think it's mostly, like I said, raw data, kind of worthless at this point. You know, maybe it'll get better over time. To the average homeowner, it's a quick fix to their need to know what their value is. That's the big draw there, right? The Zestimate. Homeowners will soon know what we all do. Zillow is, for now, mostly entertainment. What do you think, Scott?
I agree with Dave. I think Zillow at best is a mediocre company, and I think Trulia at where it's at is pretty much a mediocre company in relation to the MLS. And I don't think that merging those two companies is going to make two mediocre companies one great company. Right now, 75% of the deals are still done inside the MLS, meaning 25% is done outside, which Zillow and Trulia, I'm sure, had their hand in. But the truth of the matter is the majority, the lion's share, is still done on the MLS. It's just kind of like, again, merging just two mediocre companies isn't going to make you a powerhouse just because of that. Like merging Kmart and Sears, they're still kind of on the fringe.
Well said. And, you know, I know this is probably not going to be the popular take from my fellow peers and brethren, but some sobering stats is that the average agent ends up doing about 2 to 3 deals a year. Okay, the average licensee that's active. That's a little scary. And one of the things I think that's going to come of this is actually a good thing is more transparency. You know, one of the things that Trulia and Zillow and even Google, some of the bigger players right now, is they're starting to broadcast people's transactional history along with their reviews. So the information asymmetry is no longer going to be in the traditional real estate agent's favor. With this exposure that's going to happen with the 80 gazillion views or whatever, you're going to be able to see right alongside there who is the neighborhood expert, who's doing a good job, who's doing a lot of deals, and combining those two so that when it's time for you to buy or sell, you're actually working with an agent based on facts, right, or as close as we can get it with the transparency anyway, versus just some hot story that someone told you in a cocktail party that they're the biggest, baddest in the land. And so I think that's actually one of the good things. And thankfully at the Greenhouse Group, we're top 3%, and we're also the highest rated, most reviewed real estate firm in all of San Diego County. So this is boding well for us, and we hope for you as well too. Thanks for checking into the Green Team's hangout on the Zillow Trulia merger. We'll check in with you guys next time.
Yeah, see ya.
Thanks, guys.